Hi, my name's Nat. I was a guest on the Frontline podcast today. A few things that we covered were, number one, showing up, get there. Social aspect of fitness, a little bit of perfectionism and how it affects people, and to see it in yourself and maybe change. And then lastly, just some personal things about us. I hope that you really enjoy this podcast today, and we'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Frontline Forward podcast. Today's kind of a special day, kind of a little twist on things here. We're filming live in our fitness center here with lots of noise going on in the background, people coming and going. So just to set the stage. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting show. Grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab a whiskey, grab whatever you need. Settle in for the next 40 minutes. I guarantee you it's going to be entertaining. Little bit of a twist on this show today. We're calling the show, we're titling it, two things. We're calling it the Do-Over Show. And we're also, going to title it, Perfection. And we'll get into that, as we go along here and what that's all about. My name is Brian Stevens and I'm the host for the show. 30-year veteran of EMS work and frontline service providing work, and 18 years on the helicopter based out of London, Ontario, as a critical care flight paramedic. I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Ron Sonoda. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
Oh, yes. Clap.
Thank you.
We're here with Max the Wonder Dog. He's always here laying under the table right now. And our very, very special and distinguished guest. Oh my gosh, we keep going with this. I don't know. People are going to turn it off, but, yeah, exactly. Now I got to get this right because it's a do-over for me too, because I screwed up your name the last time. And,
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. So, so I'm going to get it right this time. So it's Natalie Twomey. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for inviting me back after last time. That was interesting, to say the least.
It was. You know, and what's interesting to me is that after the show was over, you and I are talking, and you said, oh, my God, that was such crap. I did such a shitty job. I did this. There's so much more I wanted to say. And, you know, what's interesting here is you had that perception, right? Perception of yourself.
Well, Brian, do you mind if I hop in? What it felt like was letting out a really loud, raunchy fart that lingered in a public washroom while some chick's trying to take a selfie or, you know, like a cute snap. Turns around. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed and nervous, but I'm also kind of proud of myself because it's definitely something that I would do.
There you go. There you go. That's got to be a big clap. So what's interesting about this, though, Nat, is that you had that perception. And a couple days later, I'm in here in the gym, and I'm lingering around like I'm always doing, talking with everybody in here. And I had 3 different gym members that are watching the show on a regular basis come up to me and they said, that was an awesome show. We loved it. We loved it that it was sort of all over the place. It went here and then it came back there and then went over here. And I said, really? I said, Natalie thought she didn't do a good job. And they went, holy frick. Yeah, it was a great show. So it's interesting.
It was honest.
It was honest. And that's what it's all about, right? Honesty is the best policy.
No bullshit.
No bullshit. There you go. So a couple things we want to touch on. You got your notes in front of you this time. So
I promise it won't be scripted. I just really want to round out some of the topics that we were discussing last time because I didn't do that. Yeah.
And, you know, we want to make sure that, that we let the world know, we let the region of Waterloo know, that we have you here.
We have us here.
Yes.
Us.
And it's exciting. It's beyond exciting for us, to have you here because you're like this all-encompassing little, I don't know, you're just that person. You're that dynamic person that fits in well with what we got going on here and where we're going. You've got a great vision, drive, and that's what we need. And we want to make sure that we let people know that this is your home now. This is where you're at. And just exactly that you're home.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a home.
Yeah.
But there's no you and team. And
There
nobody
isn't?
gets anywhere
Oh,
without a foundation and people behind them. So it's everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You're
Yeah.
amazing.
well, there you go. Tell me something. What's your favorite hobby?
Chickens.
Chickens.
I love chickens.
You like eating chickens or you like chickens?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, okay, both. I have chickens. I have layers, and the amount that I have is evolving. However, I choose breeds that are appealing to the eye and lay really well. Instead of being a crazy cat lady, I'm a crazy chicken lady.
It's beautiful.
Do you
It's a
dress,
beautiful
do
thing.
you dress them up? You don't have
Maybe.
like calendars and hats and Halloween costumes.
Theme of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little chicken table and
Yeah. No, I think
It's
it's
not.
like,
Yeah.
so you live within the city limits here
Yes, I do.
and you've got chickens.
Yes.
And they're
And
running
it's really
around.
blown up from what I hear with COVID. People have become quite the little urban farmers. It's personally been a passion of mine for a long time. I would be in the country if the circumstances were right. And maybe it's better that I'm not right now because I probably have every single animal under the sun.
Well, there you go.
But anyways, tell me, what's your hobby, Bri? I actually don't
What is
know.
my hobby? I have lots of them, to be honest with you. I guess one of my biggest hobbies that I really, truly enjoy the most, and that's just hanging out with my grandkids, Jack and Violet. And we got one on the way. Coming very soon in November, but yeah, I really it's a very special time for me, and it's a special time to point out that it might seem like a strange hobby, but it's a hobby that I truly enjoy spending whatever valuable time I can spend with them, because they're only little for a short time, and then they don't want anything to do with you. And it's just
Well, then maybe you should stay cool longer.
well, there you go. Look at that. I'll have to take some lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll help you there.
absolutely. I was asking you, you had dry land last night here.
Yes.
I hear it was just awesome again.
Well, you know what? I always tell them you might not love me now, but you'll love me later.
And I think that's a good point. Absolutely. So out of your list, let's hit a couple topics there on your list.
I need to roll back to a question you asked me with regards to some of the athletes that I've worked with. And I kind of ran with that one and got stuck on, two sports, football and hockey, which are only a couple of the professional and amateur athletes that I worked with. I think that was a difficult question initially because I look at everybody that I spend time with as people. Everybody is an awesome person that I have dedicated my time to, and that is where I feel the most proud, is seeing incredible people do incredible things, and everybody's goals are always equal, no matter whether it's on a professional level or a personal level, and that's what excites me. Well, I did also leave out some important people that have had a major influence as to where I am right now, and they're in the lacrosse world. I don't typically want to mention names, but Andrew and Tamara Watt have really brought a lot of amazing people to me.
Waddy.
Yeah. Oh, Waddy.
Yeah.
He had me come to work with his midget lacrosse team, which was an incredible experience. And I was able to work with some amazing athletes out of that cohort as well. Tamara, next level, last year, she allowed me to come in and work with almost 50 U11 girls. And I love working with children. That is a huge passion of mine because they want the leadership. They want the consistency. They want the structure, and their progress comes so quickly and their hearts grow so immensely. And what you can get out of them by giving them a little bit of yourself is just incredible.
No, I agree.
And lacrosse is our Canadian sport.
It is.
I think that it's very important for me to bring it to the forefront and know that I support it wholeheartedly. And have a current lacrosse player on my roster also who's in the NLL. I've worked with many. They're wonderful people and athletes. I was fortunate, but I just wanted to bring that around because it did break my heart that I didn't acknowledge those people that have been so important to my career.
Well, there you go. You redeemed yourself.
Thank you. I
Yes.
feel way better.
You feel better now?
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. No, it's important. And I've watched you, what I find really interesting, about you, Nat, is I watch you train these high end level athletes in here and the intensity level that's there. And it's really a no bullshit workout. It's like, we got work to do. We got something to accomplish here. And, we have a goal that we're striving for here. And, if you want that kind of workout, you're the lady for that. But I've watched you actually be in here with people that are just, hey, I want to get back to the gym. I don't, I've been away from it for a while. And you can be that soft, gentle side of things too, where you, appreciate where people are at in their lives. So
Thanks,
it's important. But for any of the guys out there that think, you know how to work out, you think you know what you're doing, I'd ask you to come on in and give it a try and see what it's all about. So
I welcome you with open arms.
yes, you absolutely do. You do. So what, is there something else on the list we got to make sure we get to?
I was asked an interesting question about how people feel when they participate in the programs that Frontline offers, as well as myself.
Yeah.
And a few things that I wrote down here actually pertain to that really well. First and foremost, I tell people the hardest part is actually showing up. It's getting here. I believe psychologically, when I had mentioned in the previous episode, do what sparks joy, whether it's outside, whether it's with equipment, whether it isn't, getting into the gym. Yeah. Just show up.
Right.
Number one.
Right.
Because that's going to be the most important thing that you can feel good about and help motivate what it is that you want to accomplish.
Yep.
Show up wherever that is. Then listen to your mind and your body. What is it that you need in that time that you're there for? Mm-hmm. Don't be disappointed if it's not some orgasmic experience and you don't walk out with some massive pump. Number one, you showed up. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Number two, do what you can with what you can. And if it means you start slow and you go hard, awesome. Mm-hmm. Listen to yourself.
Right.
Next, when it comes to the social aspect of things, I think that a lot of people take it for granted. When you come to, let's say, a dry land experience, never ever do I want you there because you paid to be there. That's why I insist on people trying something to see if they like it. Because you don't want to feel obligated. I feel that most people, when there's an obligation, you might resent that and you might not come back. Mm-hmm. I want you to be there because you feel good about being there. Mm-hmm. And that feeling good might be catching up, shooting the shit with some friends, having like-minded people, getting a great workout with that little bit of distraction of socializing, making new connections. Like I said, I have met so many people. And fortunately for me, fitness has been a pivotal, focal part of my life. Not that it is for everybody, but it has brought me so many incredible people. The list of feelings and emotions, mentally, physically, are endless. Mm-hmm. Even just coming into the gym, we have a beautiful social atmosphere. We've gone over that. That's not unknown.
Right.
It's just something, like I said, some people take for granted, but that's where being on a team. I mentioned that I went back to hockey, and going back there, I did meet some incredible people. And one of those people now tutors my daughter in math. Yeah. And I wouldn't pick a better person, but had I not joined that team or gotten out or broken my comfort zone of what I had been doing for my fitness, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. So again, here it goes into opportunity and benefits that aren't just physical, lifelong benefits.
So is it safe to say then that really physical fitness has molded you to who you are?
In a big way.
In a big way, right?
As a communicator.
So were you a shy person to start with? I can't imagine you being shy, but holy shit. I think it's important that you are this person. So did you transition to this person or?
Okay, now we're getting deep. How deep do you want to go? Because this could be a pretty heavy rabbit hole. But obviously, I was not born shy. Right. I was born determined, I feel, for the circumstances that I faced in my life. However, what always kept me on track was having something physical to do. I needed an outlet. If I didn't, and it wasn't always organized. Actually, rarely was it organized. It was, thankfully, I had the freedom to move and to be and to get whatever stress as a young child who obviously is an extrovert. My report cards often said social butterfly. Out.
Whack.
But again, that's me. And some people may not need or want that social aspect. What part of the gym that is important for people that are doing beautiful things outside of the gym is coming in to make those things better.
Yeah. I mean, like what I always said, I had no idea whatsoever what the gym and what physical activity did to, help me sustain my mental health. And as I went through my therapies, I come to understand that it played an absolute pivotal role. And there was those times that you were tired and you were down and out and I didn't want to go to the gym. Went to the gym and sometimes had the best workouts when the body was tired. You found out how you could stretch yourself, how you could push yourself beyond, what you were experiencing at that time. And that's a lesson that a lot of people don't really appreciate at the moment. They're just going, well, I'm tired. I'm down and out. I had a long night or I haven't slept or whatever. But they come in here and they show themselves the resiliency they have mentally and physically to come in here. And underlyingly, subconsciously, that then teaches them you can face the adversities in life.
Absolutely.
You can. And that's where that comes from. And that's a lesson that we teach ourselves that we don't even know we're teaching ourselves. But, also from the aspect of the gym provides that social element too, right? It's new friends. It's learning new things. Yeah.
Well, and you're talking about the personal accountability of doing it on your own as an independent. The social aspect can give you accountability to the people that want to see you and that you want to see too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever that looks like in words of motivation, having that independence is incredible.
Yeah.
And Bri, I kind of led away with saying, find what makes you feel good and do that as long as you're moving, breaking the gym rules. But when we talk about the gym and getting in the gym and so many mental and physical levels, there's a place for the gym for everybody is what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Whether, you're on a hike and you rolled your ankle, you can come in, you can take your physio exercises and complete them here. You can have the accountability of a trainer or not. You can have the accountability of a group or not. Right. It is a space that can accentuate anything that you do.
Right.
In life, physically, mentally. It's a safe space, especially here.
Yeah.
I will keep saying that because that's the truth.
Yeah.
We've created that community. It is an important part, I think, that anybody can incorporate into their lifestyle no matter what.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to get back in the effing game.
Sometimes you just,
as Kenny Powers would say,
Kenny Powers. There you go. So, Ron, you were. I haven't been witness to any of the outdoor boot camps that Nat's been running.
Hi, Ron.
But,
how's it going?
Yeah, Ron's just.
What's your hobby, buddy?
Yeah, what is your hobby?
My hobby, I have two.
Okay.
One is soapstone carving.
Okay.
Come on.
Seriously. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to somehow do it here, get people involved in soapstone carving.
Are we talking like SpongeBob carving?
No. I mean, like, hey, come on. Come on now. Do I look like SpongeBob? Yes, I do. I love Patrick. Anyhow, the other thing I really love doing is I love growing rice. I have my own rice paddy. No, I just said that for my mom. Because I know she's going to watch this, right?
Yeah.
No. That soapstone carving, I love it. And I don't call it a hobby, but I love ultra long distance hiking. Yeah.
And what does that do to you? Or what does that do? What does that do to you? How does that make you feel? What are the benefits of that for you? Pardon me.
I find a real strong connection with nature. Brian and I both have PTSD. It doesn't define or refine us. It was just a starting jump off point. Brian has found the gym. My gym is outdoors in the forest. And it's a place where I can talk out loud. I mean, really out loud, because the only people who hear me are the trees and the birds and stuff like that. And I find it very therapeutic. So the one thing that Brian and
Are
I
you trying to tell us that we should listen to you more?
No, absolutely not. I really want as a disclaimer.
Outside.
Please.
Listen to you outside.
Outside. Yeah. My outside voice. I cannot use my inside voice. No, but seriously, I love the outdoors and what it really does for the human spirit.
No, and when we talked about that, we are going to develop I guess where I'm going with this is we seem to have forgotten. Holy shit, people! We're still in the middle of a worldwide pandemic here. Like it's still right here. I understand that we're moving and grooving and doing our thing, and we're starting to reopen. I got my mixed feelings about that. I'll keep that to myself right now. But I mean, we're still in the middle of this pandemic, and it's real. It's here. I hope that all the scientists are wrong and we don't get the second wave. But when when you listen to the bigger brains and they say, yes, it's coming, we got to expect that, right? We got to respect that and we got to understand that. But where I'm going with this is we had intended all along to have a whole hiking program here at Frontline.
Absolutely.
That you're going to take care for us and, have people here and spend a couple hours on a Saturday and or a Sunday and just come and connect with nature.
Best part of it is that you can fart and nobody gives a shit.
There you go. Yeah. Well, they might.
If you fart in the woods, will anybody know?
I don't know.
The chipmunks will.
Chipmunks.
Ground level, man. Come on.
But Ron, you've been, like I said, I haven't been witness to some of the dryland programs. So let's get back to that. You talked to the guys and girls that were, so fill us in here. What are people saying?
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah. I'm a very tactile. At times I jump right into the cold water.
Yeah.
I need to apologize to Natalie officially for talking to people and trying to get them on camera.
That's okay. She's going to tell you.
I know. Man. I got in shit for that, and I went in the penalty box for a couple of minutes.
You did. You were in the penalty box.
I was, and I felt bad about it. But no, the one thing I want to say is we touched on this earlier about feeling tired and
don't feel bad, man. Just don't do it again.
Hey, this is my OCD. This is the dog barking and the clanging and stuff like that. We're in the gym, so my producers have said, make sure we let people know that the treadmills are going and the weights are falling. But I think that's great though. Yeah. Anyhow, getting back to what we talked about, the whole fatigue thing, whether you have a diagnosed or undiagnosed mental illness or you're just feeling like shit. A lot of times I saw people at the dryland, men and women, come in and I would say to them anecdotally, how you doing? And then they would say, okay. And I know what where that leads to. Right. Okay is just this.
That's not okay.
It's not okay, right? It's the unspoken word.
Right.
The one thing I witnessed with dryland or anything that is outside in the fresh air and the sunshine and you're exposed to the elements and you're competing against nature, not yourself, is the fact that the fatigue leads somewhere. It's a starting point.
Sure.
And if you just show up, like Natalie said, and there are big tires and there's little tires. And for me, I'm going to try to get a motorcycle tire or even a bicycle tire, see if I can do that.
Sure.
And I'll participate. But just show up, because that whole fatigue thing.
Matt just fell off her chair.
Yeah. She's not going to let me participate.
It's okay. He can do some nice wrist strengthening.
The whole fatigue thing is really important, because it's not just your body that's tired. It's your spirit and your mind that is saying, I'm telling you, you can't do this.
Yeah.
And what Natalie does in her programs, especially the dryland, is to say, embrace that.
Yeah. I like that. I think we got to paint that on the walls in here. Just show up. Yeah.
I like it.
Really, that's what it's all about, right? Take the first step. Be here.
Yeah. Well, and for all of these accrediting words and comments that you're giving me, I'm just the big dot in a connect the dot picture, essentially.
Right.
I'm that person that is there and people are coming, but it's the people. Again, I'll never stop saying it. It's the people. They want to be there. They want to be with each other. At least I'm hopeful that that's the case. And that's why that they keep coming back. I wouldn't look at myself and say, hey, I'm the reason that you're here. You are making the choice for yourself to be there, and you're showing up.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in that time, I try to make sure that it's a safe experience and one that hopefully you'd like to come back to, because I'm not a friggin' babysitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a bit of a caretaker, but it's a decision that you're deciding.
So, Nat, we got to make sure that we let everybody know. So, we've told everybody that this is your home. This is where you're going to do your thing. We got the dryland programs that are running Tuesday and Thursday nights, 6 till 7 for the girls.
Yep.
7 till 8 for the guys.
Yep.
45 minutes of some pretty intense stuff. That's good for everybody. Like, we're not limiting. You don't have to be a pro athlete here. It's for everybody.
Yes.
We're asking you to just show up.
You got it.
Do we have permission that Brian and I can come onto your dry land and we can film it? The two of us like stumbling and fumbling and
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
guys over 50 can
Anytime.
actually do this.
Yeah.
Please
But
be
I'm-
my guest.
So, Nat, we got that going on. You're taking over now. We talked about we're going to give you a title around here because we didn't know, and we're talking about director and this and that, and you're going, oh my God, this is lame. Like what the hell's wrong with you guys? So we did come up with, and my daughter Melissa, that's the general manager here. We're changing her official title, so she's going to become the Sarge.
Yes.
Right. And you are going to be
Supreme leader.
The commander.
the commander. So that's what it is. Supreme leader.
Supreme leader.
So, yeah, I think commander just, the gym commander, the commander just fits in well with around here. But
I like it.
I mean, you're running our dryland program, and when we have to move that indoors, hopefully not too soon, but, we will bring that program indoors, but it's also cool. You do it outdoor in the wintertime, the boot camps as well, or no?
Yeah, we've had some outdoor. It's, again, with the safety.
Right.
As long
Right.
as we have the right environment and nobody can get hurt on
Yeah.
ice and so forth, I would, it's just, again, just the whole experience is that much more thrilling.
Yeah.
Having fresh air and natural vitamin D.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to do that. And then you're doing, personal training in here for groups and for individuals, right?
That, I have to be completely honest, is going to be more limited,
Yeah.
as I have a roster that thankfully has been so loyal.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah,
focus is going to now be more on developing new programs with
Right.
Frontline
right.
for now and the future. And some of those programs actually will include cycle,
Right.
which is exceptionally exciting. And you
Yes.
tried to touch on, and I totally ran away from.
he did. He did.
What I was trying to say in that moment is going to the mental aspect. Cycle is a really easy way to develop new neural connections when you're riding. It sounds surprising because I think so many people picture getting on this stationary bike and pedaling. It's not a one-dimensional experience.
Okay.
It's very sensory. You have your music. If you have a great instructor, they're going to take you on an adventure, and your mind is going to be going in as many directions as you let it go. So you're feeling what's happening. You're exerting yourself, and
Yeah.
you may not know, but there's patterns. It's very stimulating experience. I highly recommend it, and I'm so looking forward to having it in this space. I know that has also blown up around town. I'm not going to say that we're better than any of those other businesses or instructors, but we're different.
Right.
And again, give it a shot and see if it's what you like and if it's for you.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that more people than not will come back for more.
The only cycle class I did was in the pool in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
really
that's called
Was there
sitting on
more
a bar
drinking
stool.
or
Yeah, you're sitting on a bar stool.
Yeah.
You thought it was a bike. Come on.
I just made my shoulders go like this.
You
in the
told me
water.
that story. It went from a bar stool, and then you ended up being on a
All
bicycle.
right, all right.
Come on.
So it was a bar stool.
You're
Sorry.
freaking lying.
But no, I'm really excited that you explained it that way. I look forward to doing it myself and jumping in on a class. I can't wait. We should have the bikes hopefully in the next couple of weeks here. We ask people to watch our website, stay tuned to our social media platforms, and when we get those classes going, just show up.
Right. Not just for what I'm involved in. We are also going to have some excellent instructors taking on some other events and things. I know that yoga will be coming back. There will be different styles of yoga, which is, I would say, an important element for people to incorporate.
Absolutely.
It's just finding the right one for you and the right instructor for you.
Exactly.
One thing, not to bring it back to me, that is close to my heart when we first started is the youth training. I'll be bringing the lacrosse crew back in here for their own dry land also over the winter season. A lot of them are going to be missing hockey. And I really want to see our female program continue to develop. Also, not just the young, let's say already organized athletes. I want to open it up to build the confidence and some personal skills in other young children and show them what they're capable of, giving them skills that they can take outside of the gym and just enjoy fitness.
Yes.
Make it a part of their lifestyle.
Well, we talked a little bit about this on the last show, but again, thanks for bringing it up here now, that coming to the gym, whatever you're coming here for, just needs to be part of your lifestyle rather than I'm going to the gym today. It just needs to be, I'm going there because it's part of my lifestyle. It's part of what I do and what we're all about. And that's what we want it to get to be. We want it that you can't wait to get here as part of your day rather than, oh my, I got to go there.
Well, and understanding that, yeah, you're going to have some shit days.
Yeah.
That's life. It's not, I almost had to PG myself there.
No, don't PG yourself. That's not you. If we PG, we're going to lose it.
No, it's not. It's not a secret is what I was trying to say without the F word.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to take it to a next level, and some people need a real kick in the ass, and sometimes they need to hear it from other people, is make an effort, not an excuse. And that is my personal life mantra. You're not perfect, but if you don't try, you're never going to move. You're never going to change. You're never going to progress. And yeah, we take steps back, but if you keep making excuses for yourself, you're never going to accomplish anything.
Something I do want to touch base with you is, we said today was about a do-over show. I hope that you feel that you've redeemed yourself. You've
in a big way, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
No, absolutely. But I want to talk about perfection for a second. Are you a perfectionist?
I believe that I used to have a higher standard of perfection for myself, but to be honest, becoming a mother, there was a lot of things I learned about myself. And another issue that I had was expecting certain perfection out of other people and learning that it's not fair to expect. So I eased up on myself.
So is there such a thing as perfection?
Fuck no.
No. Exactly.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck. However, if you are trying, you are bettering. And if you are caring and respecting for the people in the space around you, being realistic and honest about it, I think that's
I think
a healthy approach.
Well, I think perfection it's totally subjective.
Yes.
To the person, to the environment. It doesn't matter what you're in, but it can get to be it can be a dangerous thing.
Absolutely.
If you're that attuned that everything has to be perfect all the time, that it almost leads into like an OCDism sort of thing. And let's be honest, life is not perfect. You're not perfect.
And you can't make everybody happy.
No, and you can't. And what's I learned through a lot of self-awareness, self-evaluation through the trauma that I went through and the recovery to get back to where I am. Took a lot of self-reflection. And with that comes the simple thing is like, stop being so hard on yourself.
Well, can I make myself a little bit vulnerable right now and just open up as to why I felt that way?
Yeah, please.
It was because I care about people that are important to me and I feel bring value to my life.
Yeah.
And the importance of those moments where, you were important to me because I was missing the point of what we were trying to get to when you were asking those questions. I gave you my whole heart and my honesty, and I can't be disappointed in myself for doing that.
Nope.
But also there were some other moments and people that like I rounded back and feel great about now that have had an important influence and I know should have been mentioned in the moment.
Yeah.
Lastly, I wasn't as prepared as I felt I could have been for having certain expectations for myself. But then took this opportunity, I feel, and changed that. So that's life though. You need to understand that make an effort, not an excuse. Make an effort, not an excuse. So I made the effort and I came back and feel that I'm a little bit stronger for it. Period.
I like that. Make an effort, not an excuse.
Can I jump in here, bro?
Sure you can.
No.
And Natalie, I
Yes.
won't see how you already cut me off before I got your permission.
I'm kidding.
I just want to say the whole perfection thing. I know that we talked about this. I was thinking, and I'm kind of relating this to the first responders and healthcare workers out there about perfection, how it's eating them up to try to do the very best they can. You did it on the helicopter. I did it on the ground as a medic. Perfection is mired in a lot of fuck ups and a lot of mistakes and a lot of errors in order to become good, not perfect. And I think what this place does, I think what Natalie's trying to do, what you're trying to do, Brian, and what people are advocating for other people is accountability for today, right now. We cannot change the things that happened yesterday. Tomorrow doesn't exist. It's right now. Be accountable today. So if you come into that gym, you come into Dryland, you come into Frontline Forward, you decide to see a therapist, you decide to talk to somebody, that's just being accountable to yourself and to the people that you love. And to me, that's a real definition of what perfection is. It's aspiring to be accountable.
There you go. No, it's, I thank you for answering that. You know, cause it's a tough question. And when you say to people, are you a perfectionist? They'll go, no. And they're adjusting how their phone is and how this is. And, you know, if you let it, it will creep into every crevice of your life. Everything. It'll come down to the way you communicate. It'll be the way that you interact with people. It'll be the way that you drive, you eat, everything. It can just consume your life. And I think it's important, not that we're being preachy here, but there's no fucking thing as perfection. It's subjective. It's just be good, be accountable, and just be that person that strives to be better today, tomorrow, the next day. That's what it really comes down to.
What do you think, Ron?
Oh, I agree. Like,
That's bullshit.
Is that fucking bullshit?
I've heard this before. Come on, man. No, but seriously, the whole 1%, we talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
Just 1%, 0.5%, 0.1%.
Yeah.
That is what we should be aiming for. And we put so much effort into looking good, sounding good. And when people ask us how we're feeling, we say, we're great. That's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know, I saw you do that today. You were talking to a couple of guys, whether they're first responders or you know, people that are just coming in to feel better. That's one of the first things, how you feeling? And then they go, okay, and you just look at them. You don't have to say anything anymore. Yeah. And they just talk to you.
Awesome. So, did you get the list covered?
Yeah.
Most of it? All of it?
What's next?
Put
me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. Absolutely. This is, I think this is going to get to be a regular thing for us here. Maybe we'll call it Put Me In, Coach. But I think it's going to be a regular thing to have you back on the show to tell people what you're doing here at Frontline, what's happening here, the exciting new programs that are coming up. Talk about some fitness tips. What's the one main thing or a couple of main things that the mistakes that people make when they come to the gym?
Give yourself some credit.
Okay.
And you know what? We're talking about perfectionism. I am one of the how would you say that? I'm one of the hardest people on myself for that too.
Right.
So give yourself credit for showing up.
Okay.
Give yourself credit for making an effort. Give yourself some credit for trying.
Awesome.
Biggest mistakes. Okay, the social aspect is a nice one in here.
Yeah.
Don't get too carried away in your conversation and lose sight of what it is you're doing. And that's one thing in Dryland that people will tell you is work and talk.
Yeah.
Famous last words out of Nat's mouth. Work and talk.
Well, that
or
brings
don't
me,
talk.
That brings me back to when we were spreading all the asphalt grindings out here, and it was just you and I here on a Saturday, and you know we'd spread some of them, and then we're standing there, and I'm standing with my shovel, and I've got it in the ground there, and you're like, you know, we can work and talk at the same time, right? I went, son of a bitch. All right, back to work.
It's just a friggin' shovel. Hello.
There you go. There you
McFly.
go. Well, this is awesome, Nat. Thanks for coming back on.
Thank you again for having me. Ron, thank you so much for being here. And I promise that we'll listen to you more. I mean that sincerely.
I don't expect anything.
Shut up.
I'm just grateful. I knew. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I get it. I get it. That's fine. It's all good.
We've come down near to the end of the show. Please, we got our new website up is running, the Frontline Forward website. So please make sure that you take a look at that. Look at the incredible services that we offer here. book online, come on in, talk to our reception staff, give us a call, whatever. And maybe we'll call Let's Follow Natalie, see what Natalie's doing now.
No.
And I don't know, something, but, maybe we'll have the tips of the day from Natalie. It's like, just show up.
I like that. Just show up.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Again, thank you. Thanks, Ron, for being here. Thanks
Anytime,
to
bro.
Thank you, Ron.
Compass
Thanks, Bri.
9 Productions for being here. And it's been a fun show.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's been fun, and I hope that we've entertained people. I hope that we've given you a little insight. Please come and see what we got going on here. We got a lot of new and exciting stuff. Can't wait to see each and every one of you here. Please continue to feel healthy, feel safe, feel strong, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, guys.